How's it going, everyone? So in this video, I'm going to talk about how to count calories without an app. So before I get started, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do appreciate the support, helps my channel grow. Please follow me on Instagram, Dylanberg999. So I didn't get a phone until a little bit later on in my life. So I never had access to apps. So for me, I always track my calories. Once I started bodybuilding, I instantly started tracking my calories. I never had access to an app. So basically what I did is I tracked everything on a piece of paper. I would write down everything that I ate for the day. I would still weigh it out because even if you don't have access to an app, you can still buy a food scale for about $10, $15 and you can still weigh your food. So basically what I did is I weighed my food. I wrote everything down on a piece of paper. And then I would go on the internet at nighttime and I would just type in nutrition info for whatever food I wanted. Literally go on Google and whatever you want to find, you just type in nutrition info, the very first two words, and then you type in, say, you had 150 grams of chicken. So you go nutrition info, 150 grams of chicken, and then I'll tell you exactly the macronutrients. So you can do that without an app. You don't need anything. That is very simple to do. You do have to do it by hand. It takes a little bit longer. I did that method for about a year. And then finally I started using an app because an app is super easy. Now, if you don't have access to an app, I'm going to also tell you if you don't have access to a food scale. So if you have no access to an app, a food scale, how can you track your calories? The main thing that you want to understand is that lean protein sources such as chicken, fish, lean ground beef, those are basically half the calories of what a fattier source of meat would be. So compared to like ground beef, steak, one serving, two servings of say chicken breast, about 100 grams of chicken breast is going to be about 110 calories. That same amount of ground beef is going to be about 220 calories. You don't need to track fibrous vegetables. So stuff like spinach, kale, even broccoli, you don't really have to track because there's not that many calories in it. The thing that you really have to worry about is going to be more your complex carbohydrates. I would still use a measuring cup. You can get a measuring cup, very, very simple. 1 cup of rice cooked, depending on what kind of rice you get. Mine's about 200 calories for 1 cup. Complex carbohydrates are going to be pretty similar in calories. Another thing that you can utilize too is the nutrition info on the back. Stuff like bread has the nutrition info on the back. So it'll say like 2 slices of bread, 150 calories. The main things that you really have to eyeball and kind of guess a little bit is going to be on the protein sources, because protein sources won't have calories really on the package, and you don't really know if it's like 80 grams or 100 grams, but you can do your best to kind of estimate. And that's what I recommend you guys. Just try your best. If you don't have access to an app, if you don't have access to a scale, just do your best with what you have and try to make it work. So end the video. Thank you guys so much for watching.